Hello everybody, I'm going to do this one because it's made me smile. We got a new sofa. There you go, lovely. Oh, that's bright, isn't it? So, I had a phone call from the missus, and basically, first job this morning, it's a bit tough out there at the moment, as I've said, only one job, and I had Slough to Leicester, parked up in Leicester, no problems, 10 pallets on and off, and I'm parked up in Leicester, it's about 12 o'clock, and I'm thinking I might get another one, I'll go on my break, I'll give it a bit longer. I've actually cleared my break, I had a little break. If not, slowly work my way home, see if anything comes up. So the phone rings. Now, she doesn't normally ring me during the day, which is fine, because, you know, she's working, I'm working, that thing has to happen. And very, very chirpy, which is nice to hear. And she says, how you doing? Yeah, fine, yeah, lovely. How's your day? Yeah, terrific, here it comes. She said, right, so I've had a bit of a disaster. She said, it's not a bad disaster, it's a good disaster. She said, you remember that time you bought the pinball machine? Now, in fairness... I'm going to digress a bit here. I bought a pinball machine once. I was bidding on an Addams family pinball machine. It's the best. It's the Rolls Royce of pinball machines, the one I grew up on. And I bought this, and it's a long time ago now. I must have bought this 10, 15 years ago. I bought it for 1,300 quid. I put a bid in on eBay. Didn't think I'd win it. Didn't have the money. Things were going a bit sideways at the time. And she said, you'll never believe it. You've won that pinball machine. Oh, no, okay, fine. So I had to scrape it together. I was in a 7.5 ton. That is a long way. I was in the first 7.5 ton. I had to drive. It was going to be a wet and windy day. Storms. Don't go out in ice-sided vehicles. Drove all the way over to Staines. Picked this thing up. Drove all the way back. Got it back. Parked up by the side of the house. Thought I'm going to go in for a cup of tea. I thought I must remember to pull the red key because there's a certain area around here where they have a tendency to make vans disappear. So I pulled the red key, and I come out 20 minutes later after having a cup of tea, working out where I'm going, and lorry's gone. I've gone, oh, I don't believe it. Pulled the red key, how could this happen? And then I looked across the road, and there was my lorry, parked in my neighbour's house, because I'd forgotten to put the handbrake on, and I'm on a slow incline. So while I'm sitting here drinking the tea, that lorry slowly gathered speed, gone across the road, where it could have hurt someone, smashed into my neighbour's house. Then I see my neighbour standing there with a police officer. And I turned around and he went, is that your truck? I went, yeah, I'm ever so sorry, I'll tell you what's happened. And then when the police officer got on, my neighbour turned around and said, if they weren't too heavy with you, well, I hope they didn't grill you too much. I would have turned around and said, mate, I've just parked my truck in your front room. I think they're entitled, you know. So anyway, so coming back to the soap story. So she turns around and she says, I said, I'll go and get it. And she went, oh, would you? Could you? I said, yeah. I said, I'm in Leicester. It's DE postcode. It's not the Derby. It wasn't Derby. It was Nottingham. I said, but I'll probably be there half hour, 3/4 of an hour. It's going to cost me the money. I'm going to have to stick it on a van or put it on the exchange or get someone to ship it down here. I might as well go and fetch it myself. And then at least I'm not coming back empty. She said, oh, that'd be great if you can. She said, how are you going to pay for it? I went, oh, great. I got to pay for it too, as it was, because she'd won it on the eBay thing. We've gone halves, which is lovely until it gets to halfway through the month and she's run out of dough and I'll give it back. But I don't care. Nice sofa, she's good at spotting bargains. So just for you to share that story, how are you going to pay for it? Lovely. In the meantime, it's the weekend. So hope you're all well. Take care, take money.